What's the main one? The biggest one. If you have more than one, select one. Underline, tick it, circle it. If you only have one on your list, that's it. Okay? That's the one. It's fine. Now, once you've selected it, go underneath and describe fully what's happening in that situation. What's happening? For example, my boss gives me 10 things to do on a Monday morning, and the deadline's by 4. By 12 o'clock, I get another 5 things to do. By 1 o'clock, I'm running around like a headless chicken. By 2 o'clock, anyone comes anywhere near me, I want to just chop their head off. By 2:30, I'm really exhausted, and by 3 o'clock, I could kill, I could murder, I just hate on children. And they just don't want to talk to me. So, just underneath, describe exactly what's going on in your trigger scenario. What you're thinking, what you're feeling, what they're doing, what you're doing. Just like a word picture. 4 or 5 sentences, like a word picture in your trigger scenario. What's going on?
Questi sono rotoli.
Does anyone need a publisher? It's good, the more detail the better actually. The more detail the better. It's good, yeah. Continuum. Yes, a special English spelling. I just made it up. No, it's continuum. I wouldn't worry about it. It just says continuum, really. Yeah. So this is the control continuum of your life. Continuum. Up at this end of the line, everything in your life over which you have no control. Up at this end of the line, everything in your life over which you have total control. What can you not control in life? Can't control the weather. Okay. What else? No control. Other people, yeah. Can't control other people. If you can I would like to speak to you afterwards. I want to know how you're doing. What else? No control. I'm looking for specifics. No? No, that's others. No control. Others behavior. What circumstances? What do you fight your way through to get to work every day? Can't control the traffic. What does the government control you'd love to control? Taxis, yes. Tax. Now that's enough, because by the end of today, you will demonstrate to the world that you believe you can control what you can't control. Have you ever gone to the window and gone, oh, what a terrible, awful day it is today? Have you ever got upset with another human being? No, you don't do that, do you? The moment you get upset with another human being, it means you're trying to control what you can't control. Now, where did you learn to believe that you can control what you can't control? When you're 3 years old, you run into the lounge, and Mummy's going, what a rotten day, and Daddy's going, wait till I get that guy next door last night, kept me awake, I'm going to kill him. And at 3 years old, we're going, yeah, wow, we can control these things. And if our parent says you'll do this, then you'll do that, and then you'll do this, we're thinking, wait till I get up there, I'm going to control someone too. And that's where we learn to believe that we can control what we can't control. And when you try to control what you can't control, how do you feel? What do you feel? Frustrated. You feel frustrated. And the other F word, not that word, not success, but failure. And what goes down every time you fail? Your self-confidence. Your self-confidence. Every time you fail, it chips away your self-confidence. And that's why most human beings will spend their entire life chipping away at their self-confidence. Because they're trying to control what they can never control. It's just we're not aware. So, you and I work on a task together. You've got 50% control. I've got 50% control over the task or the project, but not each other. Where's the only place I have total control 100% of the time? The only place. Myself. But then we believe that we can't control what we can control. Because what do we say? My government, they're always controlling me. The boss, he's a controller. My mum and dad, they control me all my life. And so, what are we avoiding? Whenever we say we can't control what we can control, we are avoiding what? We're avoiding responsibility. Because the only thing I can ever control is how I respond to these things around me. And that for human beings is where freedom has its origin. That's where choice begins for us creative human beings. Because the one thing no one can ever take away, ever, is your freedom to choose how you respond. No one can ever take that away. And then there's another continuum. You can either be what's called proactive. You can respond proactively, or you can respond like a negaholic. Do you all know what a negaholic is? Negaholic? Do you know alcoholic? You aware of alcoholic? So the negaholic is upset. They're always moaning, complaining, whining, whinging. Nice blue sky, and the negaholic goes, "Where's that cloud? I'll find that cloud. It's there." Yeah. So, there's a little formula for success in life. If you take nothing from this weekend, take this little formula. E plus R equals O. In English, this is in English. Let's see if it works in Italian. E stands for the event. Italian? Event. Fantastic. R, evento. R stands for response. In Italian? Response. Responsi. Responsi. Everything is E. Spaghetti. It's response. And the O stands for outcome in English, but in Italian? Risultato. Risultato. So that means E plus R equals R. Don't think so. Don't think so. What's another word for outcome in Italian? Not getting much agreement there. E plus R equals Exito. What's the English? Oh, risotto. With an S. Esito. Esito. Oh, fantastic. So, esito. How do I spell it? S-E-S. E-S. E-S. No. Then E plus R equals E. Come on. Okay.
There's an English word but we use in Italian, output.
Output.
It's an English word but we use in Italian, actually.
Okay, output. Output.
In the common mind, but
Result. Output. Result. Same.
It's
Okay. Output. Okay. Output. Obtenere. Obtenere means result. Obtenere is okay? Oh, you said that. I'm so sorry. See there, a bit slow at the front. A bit slower. So, obtenere. Obtenere. That's very good. So there's the Italian equivalent. So, every day of your life, you have two kinds of, is this working?
Yeah.
Obtenere. Two kinds of obtenere every day. External obtenere is your relationships today. Your relationships today, the result of all your responses yesterday. Internal obtenere is your level of self-esteem, self-confidence today, the result of all your yesterdays, all your responses yesterday. So, are there any obteneres that you would like to change in your life? Are there any results you'd like to change, to get different? Most people say yes, that's why I came. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm here. I hope you didn't come for the entertainment. I came to get some input to get new results. And so. Wow. That's why I came. To get different results. So how do you get different results? What do most people try to change in the formula to get to a different obtenere? Most people try and change the response. Is that true? Is that true? Most people try and change the response. Do you agree? In the formula. Most people try to change most people try and change the event. I think so. And guess what? The event, if you notice, the event is always in the past. And the event usually always involves other people. Is that true? Yeah. And the two things in life you can never change. The past, other people. True? Yes. And what happens when you try to change what you can't change, the past and other people? How do you feel? Frustrating. And frustration is the family of anger. This is where all human anger comes from. This is why whenever you get angry, irritated, frustrated, resentful, it's all anger. Whenever you are angry, it means you are clinically insane. It's true. 3 reasons. Number 1, you are out of control. The emotion kicks in. The emotion takes over. Number 2, you are totally irrational when you're angry. And number 3 is the real reason you're insane. Whenever you get angry, it means you're trying to do the impossible. You're trying to do the impossible. You're trying to change what you cannot change, which is either the past or other people. And that means, for a few moments at least, it's like we're insane. That's the definition of insanity. So, life is not black and white, because life is about relationship. And relationships are messy. Would you agree? Yes. Relationships are messy. And in relationships, while we don't control each other, we do influence. We don't control each other, but we do influence each other. In fact, if you're a parent, if you're a manager, if you're giving care in any way, it's your job to influence. It's your job. Imagine I try to control you. If you as much as smell me trying to control you, what do you do? What do you do? If you sense I'm trying to control you, what do you do? Back off. You put up a barrier. I can't get in and you're not coming out. So what goes down? My ability to influence. Whereas if I don't try and control you, you stay much more open, and then I have more influence. You see? This is the most important leadership skill, management skill, parental skill, relational skill, life skill, is your ability to influence. What's going to define success in your life to a large degree is your ability to influence. But what's the biggest mistake we all make? Is we try to control. Why? The viral belief, the virus in our consciousness. And the virus is the world should dance to my tune. People should do what I want. You have to do what I want. In fact, I can make you do what I want. Can I? No. Even if you put a gun to my head and say, Mike, get on your knees, and Mike gets on his knees, who makes the decision to go on his knees? It's me. It's not you with a gun. But you might fall under the illusion, I know how to get Mike to get on his knees. I'm in control of Mike. No, you're not. even in that situation, I decide. And 1 in 1,000 people will call your bluff. Go on, shoot. Now, any parents here? Does this sound familiar to you? I know how to control my children. Hey, I shout, they jump, I'm in control. No, you're not. They still make the decisions. But for 10, 12, 14 years, you are developing the very powerful virus, I'm in control. And then when the child wakes up one day, and they realize, wait a minute, no one controls me. I'm not living with the control patrol anymore. And they realize, I'm in control of my life. And they rebel. It's called teenage. Yeah. And then the parents, they go, wow, what's the matter with my child? They're not doing what I want anymore. Why have you got 5 shades of pink in your hair? Why have you got rings in your ears and your nose? Stop it. And suddenly, you have conflict. Is that right? Because the parent is no longer getting what they want. They're not getting what they were never in control. They're just not getting what they want. So the parent becomes unhappy, the child is unhappy, and you have conflict. And it kind of goes on sometimes for years. Until one day, the parent said, oh, I can't take this anymore. I'm so tired of fighting you. Oh, right, you can have pink hair. Oh, right, you can have tattoos all over your body. And suddenly, the relationship is on again. Suddenly, wow, yeah, nice to see you. It's true, isn't it? And so this is a classic example of the virus, the belief that I can control other people. It's impossible. It's impossible. When you get this, you can free yourself from 95% of your stress. Because that's where it's coming from. That's where it's coming from. So you know this is true, because when you've got 10 minutes for a cappuccino and a chat, do you go looking for the negaholic? You don't, do you? Unless, of course, you are one. And then you see them together. In English we say, birds of a feather flock together. You see them in the office on Monday morning, round the coffee pot, all the negaholics, like, but you don't go there, you give them a wide berth, and you go towards the person over there who's always smiling, happy, not trying to fix you, because they're more attractive. And therefore they have more... Oh, God. We got to start again. We don't control, but we do influence. They have more influence because they're not going. You see it? So if you want to influence, stop trying to control. And the moment you stop trying to control, the smile returns instead of the, oh, you're not doing what I want. That's the beginning. It's just the beginning. So could I ask you, on your piece of paper, could you put a line down the center of the page? Just put a line down the center of the page. Underneath the story, or on a fresh face of your page, just put a line down the center. And so you have 2 columns. At the top of the left-hand column, 2 words. Cannot control. 2 words. Cannot control. The top of the right-hand column, can control. Top left, cannot control. Top right, can control. And then do a little analysis. untangle the ingredients of your trigger scenario. For example, I can't control the amount of work my boss gives me, but I can control the time I give to each task. I can't control the deadline, but I can control the quality to which I do each job. I can't control what my boss thinks and says about me, can't control that, but I can control my attitude towards them. So can I ask you to do the same? Just do a little analysis. What are the things in your trigger scenario that you can control and the things that you can't control? Separate the two and see what comes up. It's quite easy, really. Quite simple.